welcome to qualifying, and if you haven't already checked out the video went up yesterday the 27th, and it is a video of a giveaway to win 2 platinum crates. So make sure that you go and check it out, and you too could be in with a great chance to win 2 platinum crates of your highest series. So it is called Win 2 Platinum Crates, so go check it out. We're at qualifying for the New Year's event, and I ain't feeling great. I've got a bit of a flu, but we're battling on, and we're going to try and bring you some big points scoring here with some, well, I don't know the races yet, and we're about to find out when we set go. And New Year's event is the home of the firework boost. Great boost, one of the best on the game. You need to get firework if you can. It's got speed, overtake, acceleration. It's dead fast, but boosted. So make sure that you go ahead and get a few of them in your boost pot, because we kick in to Baku, the first race, and the 1801 matchup. So what can we do in Baku? Higher matchup ever so slightly, but qualifying will hopefully put us near the front with level 8 Max, level 8 Hamilton. And it's going to be a bit of a gap here. We are P7 and P8. We've got rain inbound as well. So it's going to be tough. And we're going to go Street Shark on our Max Verstappen. He's going to do a 4 and a 4. And it's time to unleash firework out of the pack and put it on to Lewis Hamilton. If we can find it, here's a tip for you. Always check where your boosts are prior to racing, because it does help you save time. As here we go. Race number 1 of qualifying. Hanging with me while I've got the flu, and I'll try and bring you some good action. P7, P8, as lights out and away we go. And Hamilton up to P6, back to P7, down to P9, and it's not a great start. Everyone's getting jumbled up, and Lewis Hamilton is back down to P12. And that is a rough start, as Max Verstappen all over the back of Max Verstappen as well. And can we get a move up the inside? We can. Up to P5, and Hamilton up into P10. So we get a space back, or spot back I should say. And that is a tough going. We've got the rival out front, so it's going to be very hard for us to take out 47 points from this race already in race 1. But what can we do? Rivals well clear at the front, and Verstappen in P5 going for the 4-4, and Hamilton going for the 3-2-3 strategy. And we've got rain incoming in 2 minutes and 20 seconds time. I'm not going to push them too much. If we lose a spot here and there, that's fine. I want to really hold on to the tyres. But we can see what we can do. Maybe 45, 46 points out of this, as the rival does get us. And I tell you what, let's get him back, shall we? Let's get Verstappen back into P5. There we go. Snooze, you lose, Mr. Verstappen. And we'll cut down, and Hamilton, snooze you lose on Alonso, back into P10. So lap 3 underway. We're still in P5, P10. Hamilton taking no service will be in this lap for a soft sprint, as Verstappen loses a place again. Difficult running for Verstappen so far. And we've got a rain in a minute and a half. The rival's in for hard tyres. He'll be doing 4 laps, going to lap 7. And Verstappen now starting the boost phase. So up into P3, and we'll be coming back for what will probably be some softs, because it's not going to be wet enough to take it. Not even going to be wet at all. Hamilton will do 2 laps on full boost, and he'll be coming out in P13. So there's no way we're going to get 47 points out of this race. As Verstappen, we're going to now move on to soft tyres, because that's going to be the best bet. We're going to into P2, so we get the rival on the straight. Street Shark helping us overtake with the speed as well. And we should be able to come out ahead of the rival. And we'll have Hamilton do 1 more lap. So rain is incoming, 30 seconds time. Verstappen will probably get his 2 laps in. Hamilton will definitely get one more, included by this one, on softs. And he's up to P7. He's got the hards of Hamilton ahead, P6. And Verstappen, all over the back of Verstappen, will definitely do one more lap on softs. And he would get a great move up the inside into P2. So Verstappen will now hunt down the rival. Hamilton gets through on firework. And as the rain starts to come in, it's crucial times ahead. Can we get 45, 46 points? Hamilton's in for wets. First car out there. And Verstappen will be coming in this lap, but he's put in as much pace he can through them tyres. P12, Hamilton comes back out. Now, we are against a bot, so that bot should go round one more time on the hard tyres. But it's very slim. Hamilton's 21 seconds behind the leader as the leader goes round. Verstappen coming in for the wet tyres now. And we'll have 2 laps sprint going forward. And Hamilton on that wet tyre, now starting to carve through the field like a hot knife through butter. Hamilton up to P9. 10 seconds the gap for P2. It's even more for Hamilton. And Hamilton has got himself up to P5 and now approaching P4. So we just stick on this view. We can see where P1 is. 16.4 seconds the gap now as Hamilton gets into P4. And we can see the rival going slow down the straight. And Verstappen will now take the lead. And Hamilton up into P3. We've got a chance here. Not a good one because the rival's about to come out on wet tyres. Can we jump him in the pits? No, we can't. Oh, so close. And the rival starts to boost. And that could put Penn to 47 points. We were so close to jumping the rival. It does look like 46 points. This rival will boost to the end now. And that's unlucky. 46 points to start as a component's failed. That's a failure on Lewis Hamilton. And that is luck. Absolute luck. But risk and reward, we've done it. P1 and P2 in the first race because Hamilton didn't do servicing. And to start our qualifying reign, 47 points. Race 2 then, and a similar matchup separated by around sort of 18 or 28, one of the two. And it's race 2 in Spain this time, in Catalonia. And can we get some decent qualifying positions? It looks like it. It's P4 and P5. So that's a lot better than the qualifying that we had in Baku. And we're going to go tuning. So we're going to have a wet start. So what we're going to do is try and make the most of the wet and try and boost our way forward through the field. Although it's only a few cars, it means the world to get through. So here we go, lights out and away we go in Spain. And can Lewis Hamilton get a good start through the middle against Hamilton and Leclerc? Can he go up the inside? Leclerc goes wide, gives him the opportunity, and Hamilton says thank you very much, but gets blocked out. And now it's a bit chaos as a traffic jam like the motorways in England. But Hamilton has survived. He's up to P2. Max Verstappen hung out to dry by Russell, and oh, that's a bad move. We are now P7 with Max Verstappen. He's had a bad start. Notoriously good starts from Max Verstappen. Not in Spain this time round. So, P2 and P7 at the end of lap 1. And Verstappen looking at the back of that Ferrari engine, hoping for a strategy mistake. But round the outside he goes, can't get it done still. And Sainz hanging him out to dry. Verstappen, can he go up the inside? No, so he cut back down. And Hamilton, on conserve with tuning, has took the lead. But what about Max? Can he make a move up the inside? Sainz goes wide. Verstappen says, thank you very much. And that is now P6 for Verstappen. And he already has his mind set on George Russell of the Mercedes. No move up the inside. Russell defends well. And what about round the outside? We're using all the overtaking opportunities. And Russell gets out of shape in the wet. And we are up to P5. Now, what about the great overtaking spot down here up the inside? Can we get Lewis? We can. So we're absolutely doing the overtakes in the places they can be done. And Max Verstappen up to P4. here in Spain, and he'll be coming into the pits this lap, and we have a safety car. Safety car is out in Spain. Sonoda, I think it was, who's crashed. And now we have a dilemma. 40 seconds to go. It's going to start getting dry. But how quick will that safety car go? Bearing in mind it's cloudy, it'll take about 2 laps for it to dry fully, whereas sun will take 1 lap. And we're going to go to mediums. We're going to stick with the plan, because I think at the end of this, everyone else is going to still come in to pit for softs, because it will be lap 7 or 6 they pit. And we're going to hopefully hang it out front. So, where does Verstappen? Can we get ahead of Hamilton? We can. And now P7 and P1 here in Spain, as we catch the safety car back up. And it's starting to dry, but not very quickly. So 90% at the moment. And that's not... Everyone is going to pit. Looks like the whole field, apart from 2 at the back, will be pitting this lap. And it is not going to dry out as enough as I would have liked. It's going down to 80%. And we're about to start lap 6. 3 laps to go when we cross the line. And we're going to have to push as hard as we can. We have got wet boosts. Now, we've got dry tyres in the wet, but wet boosts. So they will help us as it gets a bit of a carnage in the pit lane. P1 and P2. And at the minute, it doesn't even feel like we're on wets or a wet track, because we're absolutely flying like we normally would do. The rest of the field have gone softs. But I tell you what, it doesn't look like we're actually racing in a wet track here with these boosts. Tuning is going as good as it would in the dry. And that's a pretty decent lap from Hamilton. Same with Verstappen. Verstappen's going well. There's no slow corners. They're absolutely... There's a bit slow, but it's almost like we're on intermediates. As Hamilton gets through the back markers who are struggling on them soft tyres. And we are about to move into the last lap. Hamilton coming round the slow, soft, struggling cars. And same with Max Verstappen. Can we go up the inside? And we can. So Hamilton starts lap 8 here in Spain. And we are looking good for a 47 points. Hamilton still in the lead, lapping the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz and Perez. But Lewis Hamilton, triumphant in the wet. A brilliant drive as he cuts the corner. And Lewis Hamilton takes full points in Spain, followed by his close rival but teammate at the moment, Max Verstappen. And that is 47 points in Spain. And that makes 2 out of 2. 2 lots of 47 points. That is smooth racing and happy days so far. And hopefully we can keep this up into the further races that are due to come in races 3 and 4. Race number 3, qualifying Brazil. And can we continue the 47 train? That's what we need. And we've got a decent matchup, which we should be able to overcome here. And let's see where we start. Late push there from Lewis Hamilton gets us P4 and P5. So the boost to use, got to be Voice for the old acceleration and speed and a bit of grip as well. And we're not going to go Kawaii, we're going to go for Lumberjack when I find it. Oh, there it is. For the overtaking speed and a bit of tyre management, we're going to put both cars on the same strategy. And here we go. Can we do it? We're off. And Lewis Hamilton, can he get through that middle like he normally can? And he is into P1. What about Max Verstappen? Up the inside. Oh, held out, but holds off on Russell. And we are into P5 still. No gains from Max. And we're going to just cut down. And we're going to await our opportunity. And that's a good move on conserve. And we are up to P4. So P4 for Verstappen at the end of lap 1 on that Lumberjack. And Hamilton should disappear off into the distance using that Vice. Vice is a great boost for the fastest lap, and so is Firework, in case you didn't know. Kauai also good on certain tracks as well for fastest lap. So lap 2, halfway round, Verstappen holding off Lewis Hamilton, P4 and P5. And Hamilton, our Hamilton, out in the lead. And Lumberjack is great on here for the speed, overtaking possibilities, and a bit of tyre management to help me push that little bit more. So we're going to move, lap 3, halfway round, we're going to move to medium boost. And we're now going to come to the phase where we will be pitting on lap 4. So Hamilton will come in, medium tyres. Max Verstappen will come in, medium tyres. And because I've created the gap, I can pit both at the same time. And looking like the front 5 are all going to pit on the same lap. So they're all following the same strategy. Now, if I was on mediums here, I could blast past and go and do the overcut. But at the minute, we're going to match them because they should be going to hard tyres as Hamilton comes out and Verstappen comes in. So, big part of the race, we was P4. We're going to lose P5. We might lose we're going to lose P5. George Russell takes it back from us. And now we need to get past George Russell as quick as we can. Medium tyres. Can we get through? We can't at the minute. There's got hard tyres ahead. That's what we said. We said they'd be moving to hard tyres. And that's a move up the inside. Can't be made. But Russell will be coming in the pits. So Verstappen down the inside. That Lumberjack getting him up to P3. And now one car awaits, which I think is Charles Leclerc it is. Charles Leclerc on the hard tyre. What you find in Brazil, any cars on the soft tyre will pit lap 4 and they'll go for hard tyres. And that's an unorthodox move by Verstappen. He's up round the outside, P1 and P2 now. And that is disaster averted here in Brazil. So, one lap to go for Lewis Hamilton as he's about to cross the line. And Max Verstappen will be coming down that back straight now as well as Lewis looks to lap the rival. We left them trembling in their boots and we've secured, as long as no crashes happen now, a very solid 47 points, 3 out of 3. And we've lapped almost 7th place here in Brazil. Carlos Sainz in the way. But Hamilton wins. And Max Verstappen coming round the last corners now will come home to complete a 1-2 finish in Brazil. And a very happy 47 points again. Yes, get in. So final race is up in Melbourne, Australia. Notoriously very difficult track. And we're going to be doing our best to get both drivers up to 47 point territory. Let's see if we can do it. Good matchup, P2 and P6. And we're going to play hold the field up with Max Verstappen. We're going to put a rooster on him for the blocking. And then when they pit, we can boost to get ahead. So rooster goes on. And Lewis Hamilton will also be going for the mediums as well. And we're going to look at something like a Taurus when I eventually find the boost. And like I said, always check where your boosts are prior to the race. And we're going to go Taurus. So here we go. Last race, we need 47 points. Can we get a good start? And we're off. And Max Verstappen straight in the lead. Up the inside. And what about Lewis Hamilton? Can he go past Leclerc or Hamilton? He can't. And it is P5. Had a think about P4. Gets bad corner there. And Lewis Hamilton survives, keeps P5. Soft and mediums ahead. So lap 3 and lap 4 is going to be the pit stops for ahead. We've got really good tyre management. So we're going to be going for 5 laps. Now, when the field pit, we're going to do an overcut, we're going to boost, and while they're in the pit, we're going to be boosting and gaining the time that we need to hopefully come out ahead of them. Max will currently hold the field up and not let them stretch too far clear, and then he'll boost off as well. So you should see the field come back to Max Verstappen, but Australia, very tough track to overtake. So if you're stuck behind a car with blocking boost as well, it's pretty much impossible to overtake. As we team now start lap 3 in Melbourne, and you can see the field just starting to come back to Max. So it's Max v Max at the front, and we are holding on at the moment. We're going to boost and just keep the position anyway, and we're going to just watch out and make sure we don't lose any positions. So Lewis Hamilton will be into the pits this lap. He'll be going to hard tyres if he wants to do a one-stop. As Max Verstappen will start lap 4, still with the field behind him. The Mercedes is in. That Mercedes is going to get stuck in traffic as well. That's why sort of a 4-4, a 3-5 is only good if you're starting at the back. But Verstappen still holding the field up, and now Lewis Hamilton with clear air can close the gap. Verstappen and Leclerc will try the undercut, and that's what they do. They're both coming in, and now we boost Verstappen, we boost Hamilton, and we look to come back for soft tyres. We should be able to get a full laps boost out of both of them, because we need 20% a lap to do 5 laps. And we're well on tyres at the moment. And this is a crucial phase. Max Verstappen should come out in the lead, 8.4 seconds. But Lewis Hamilton only has a 4.7 second gap at the minute. As Verstappen straight in from P1. We don't want any holding up either. And Verstappen does get out. And what about Lewis? This is massive for the 47 points. They're coming down the home straight. Can we get out? We can. Lewis Hamilton out in P2. The overcut from P4, even P5, because we went longer than Lewis Hamilton. And that is P1 and P2 magically worked in Australia. And we now can absolutely boost to the end. And we've made that look very tactical indeed. With 2 laps to go in Australia. Rooster and Taurus doing the magic here. And this is great racing indeed. That will equal 4 races. 47 points across the board. 188 points to take away. As we go final lap of qualifying. Max Verstappen starting the party. And Lewis Hamilton not too far behind. A rival absolutely nowhere. But we don't mind. Because we are loving life. We're not loving life with the flu, I'll tell you that. And not being very well. But at least we can still commit to 47s. And we can hopefully have a very solid opening round and final round. As we cross the line, Max Verstappen in P1. Lewis Hamilton in P2. And that is 47 points in the bag in a notoriously difficult Australia. That is a big sigh of relief. 100%. So 47 points, and let's see where that puts us in qualifying. Champions Division New Year event. 47s all across the board. 4 races, 188 points. Sitting pretty, looking good. And that's what we need for the opening round and final, because it might be a max scoring weekend. But we're P1. And make sure, as always, check out the giveaway. And I'll see you in the next one.